Awesome. Back here with another video. We're going to be chatting about an exciting update you guys have, some websites, some products, and then, probably chat about general market stuff as well. So anyway, how's your day going?
Good. How you doing?
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Safe.
Uh,
What weather's getting warmer, which is good. A lot
yeah,
more smiles on people's faces. A lot more people
exactly.
walking around. Not sure if that's good or bad, but
Yeah.
definitely seeing a lot of people outdoors. Starting to enjoy the little bit of weather. It's supposed to get a little cooler this week, but either way, things
Yeah.
are good. So no complaints. But anyway, let's hop into. So you guys have a exciting new website, I guess, right? So walk us
Yeah.
through.
So what's happened just recently with us is we announced the amalgamation of two ideas that we developed with Beauty Kitchen was launching the brand for Primo Nutraceuticals. So what we did was with the back end provided by Beauty Kitchen. We decided to offer not only our new hand sanitizer, but some other products that are all most of them are CBD and natural health products. So the initiative here was to launch a website that can support and promote our brand. So this website, just to start, has 25 products provided by 6 different brands, which is Primo, Thrive CBD, Beauty Kitchen, Mariana, Defy, and SL. So the public at large kind of are already aware of Thrive. That was our first acquisition. And now working with Beauty Kitchen, we've been introduced to Defy and SL. So the website, again, is starting out with 25 products. The products will range from hand sanitizer, CBD performance drinks, soaps and body wash, skincare, hemp and CBD oil, and gear, and a lot more. So it's very exciting for us. It's going to be a revenue stream for the company, and it really shows that the stage that we're at in our company. Like I said, our tagline was production, processing, retail, and branding. So with production and processing under our belt, we believe now you'll see that branding is our main focus with all of these relationships that we're developing with strong online CBD and natural health product companies.
Yeah, no, it's awesome. It's a great way to capture new clients. Obviously, having people look at that, they can see your partners, products as well as your own, and there's a lot of cross promotion that can happen with a website. So that's great. Do you guys have any plans to bring, people onto the website? Like, what's your plan to grow it from a kind of sales strategy? Have you guys been looking at any of
Yeah,
that?
well, I mean, especially now with everybody stuck at home, getting an online presence is step one. I believe even possibly getting some Amazon representation would be smart, and then bringing on the soft drink, the CBD performance drink, which is called Defy. It's actually Defy is a CBD infused sports drink founded by an NFL Hall of Famer, Terrell Davis.
Oh, wow.
So bringing on big names like that is definitely our goal, and Beauty Kitchen is already doing that. So this is a pretty good, addition to the promotional stream of the company and the products.
Yeah, it's awesome. You get to use the celebrity database, the following to kind of bring in, which is great. And obviously it's kind of a win for everyone. And like you said, people at home, now's the time to be doing some of this stuff. So fantastic to hear. And sounds great. It's a good addition. You're working on the final 2 steps, right? Branding.
Yeah, we're excited. Once this coronavirus subsides, we'll be able to focus on getting our retail arm opening up. We got a couple irons in the fire there, but we're going to wait until this COVID thing kind of dies down before we go ahead and tackle that last string of 4.
Yeah, and it's funny, this whole like stay at home, you're seeing like grocery delivery and all this other stuff. It's funny even talking about Zoom, these people becoming a lot more familiar and comfortable using the delivery methods, using online, using all sorts of stuff, that having a website like this does go the extra mile, and especially for the cannabis space, but just even grocery space. You're seeing Amazon delivering groceries now. They're starting to get into it. Walmart does it. You can even do pickup, right? Obviously, pick up your groceries. Someone else basically picks out whatever you ordered. You're starting to see a lot more of that, and people are expecting that the online space to continue to outpace the normal, brick and mortar, based, I guess.
Yeah, yeah, I would agree with you 100%. We'd like to, get into the delivery of marijuana products, but that's another application with Health Canada. But yeah, definitely, I think this is the norm. I think you're going to see a lot more of this, and it's going to take a while for business to get back to normal. If normal is having to do Zoom interviews instead of one-on-ones, right?
Yeah. No, it's interesting. Yeah, what will the norm be after the fact? Which is interesting. Moving into kind of another topic that I thought was extremely interesting. I was reading online, but also some people were talking about is a lot of governments obviously spending tons of money during this virus stuff, whether it's, in financial aid, businesses, you name it, infrastructure, and a lot less taxes coming in, a lot less income coming in. They're going to be looking at other ways to create revenue. So a lot of people are looking at, could this be a fast track for the cannabis space, the CBD space, and promoting a lot of their products,
Yeah.
pushing a lot of the market forward? What's kind of your general insight on that, if you've thought about it?
Yeah, I actually touched on that topic in the last interview, but
Mm-hmm.
with COVID costing each state quite a bit, especially New York, I think that you're going to see that when it comes to the polls in November, people have already accepted the fact that cannabis is part of the mainstream, and that they're going to be voting on that, and the individual that's going to be allowing those tax dollars to come in and help with the economic impact that COVID has left. For example, New York is still not recognized marijuana as a besides medical, as recreational. I think that this could be the tipping point where you'll see states and maybe even the federal government at large legalize it to benefit on the tax income that they could generate from this.
Yeah, which makes a lot of sense. And I this leads into another stuff, obviously about the states, but just about this financial aid in general. A lot of people, getting money, in Canada, you have almost 20% of the country that's already filed for, getting $2,000 a month. And the US, everyone's about to get $1,200 unless they make over 90K. How does that impact, the marijuana industry? And I saw a few people talking about it, just to give you some points, is people were looking at it as, well, what's the average person who buys marijuana? They think a younger generation, they think someone, whatever, early to mid 20s, that's probably your ideal, customer. That's what people are saying. And a lot of people in that age group are about to get even more money than they had before. And you guys probably look at students a lot as well. Well, a lot of students have a part-time job, whether it's working at a restaurant or a bar, you name it. A lot of those jobs that, have slowed down significantly since virus are now about to get $2,000 a month. So they're looking at marijuana as what could be the potential, upside for marijuana. And, have you given that any thought?
You hit it right on the head. I mean, with people staying home a lot longer and more, they're going to be smoking more marijuana, right? I mean, it's as plain as day. So the fact that I think we got to, recognize our governors and our premiers for allowing marijuana stores to be recognized as essential services, because you already have people that rely on marijuana for pain management, whether it's through CBD or THC, via edibles or smoking it, however they plan to self-medicate. But it's become an essential service, especially to those who have epileptic seizures and that are dealing with, cancer and pain and so forth. So, I just see demand for marijuana, increasing as this COVID pandemic is around.
Yeah, No, it makes a lot of sense. It's extremely interesting. I think marijuana is one of the industries that'll see a lot of benefits, other than even some of the states saying, hey, it's essential, and leaving that on top of other states where they're going to look at how much are other states making from marijuana that they could be making. So you see
Exactly.
the
Yeah.
legalized part of it push forward for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
So interesting. I wanted to touch on a question that, we've been seeing a bunch online, and about the company. One person said, and I thought this was kind of interesting, maybe something you want to talk about is this company like a marijuana or cannabis company, or are they just a company that acquires other companies?
That's
Your video, there
exactly.
you go. Yeah.
It's interesting. When the market has evolved since we've been in it, and when we went public, we were, you know, looking at being a producer and processor, right? So just like the landscape, all the big boys were looking at large square footages to grow marijuana, and that space got overran, and then so we had to adapt, and then we were, looking at processing, and all of them are components of a viable business. But yeah, we look to acquire, companies that are already doing it. Why try to reinvent the wheel if we can, gain a small percentage of that company, call it 25 or 30% interest, we can benefit from something that they've already established, right? So for example, when we acquired Thrive was already in the shelves of Nutrition House, which is across Canada. So that relationship, we've been able to benefit from just, making the acquisition. But you'll see, it's part of our branding strategy. Primo is going to encompass a number of different brands. We'll be able to private label the products that we feel represent Primo's brand with them. So, Thrive being a CBD orientated company, we want to capitalize on the CBD that they've been providing the market. And then with Beauty Kitchen approached us when they saw that we made the Thrive acquisition with the CBD component. They want to introduce products that Beauty Kitchen is making, infuse them with CBD, and then call them Mariana Naturals products. So, there's a lot of collaboration. There are a lot of synergies with different companies, but we're looking to, be in the production, processing, retail, and branding of hemp and cannabis. So that can encompass, a marijuana grow like the one we have in Washington, and our hemp farm that's in Oregon. And then, you look at Thrive, which is in the CBD area. So, we've got a lot of facets, but, we're looking to make sure that we stay in the natural health CBD space.
Yeah, interesting. Something that's probably going to see a good uptick. What's your quick take on where do you think that industry is going? I mean, obviously, you're going to be a little biased being in the industry, but maybe you have a lot more, the eyes closer to the ground for people that aren't familiar with that industry.
Well, I think the trend in general that, with the age of internet, people are a lot more informed, and they don't necessarily need to trust what the commercials and big pharma are pushing. Because whenever I see a commercial on one of these, anti-depression pills that big pharma is pushing, I just cringe because the side effects are just enormous and they outweigh the benefits. So I think people are taking it upon themselves to look into what naturally could, benefit your body versus just trusting big pharma. So I think this is the trend. It's going to increase. Cannabis plays a large role in that because, CBD is a proven, way to self-medicate and help with pain management. And that's what a lot of people don't know, is that in our body, we have a natural receptor to CBD, because thousands of years ago when, we were just hunters and gatherers, the animals we were killing were eating hemp. So we were already immune to that strain of CBD, which is the hallucinogen component of the cannabis plant, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, interesting. And I mean, I guess even another thing going off this a tiny bit, going into, so still back to your acquisitions, another person put a quote and they said, of all of them, obviously you're happy with everything you've been doing so far, but what one stands out to you that maybe the market or, the investors aren't saying, hey, this should be a much bigger thing? What's one that you wish, this was a massive part of the company that really added a ton of value?
I think that this kitchen joint venture is going to be something that really springs our company forward and makes us a little bit more legitimate than what everybody thought previously. We can't compete against the big Tweeds and the Organigrams and large marijuana companies, but we can, develop a brand and help other brands develop and get into the CBD retail space, provide products that end users can come back to our website and order this product again. So I think Primo's got a really good brand name. It means the premium, so it doesn't get better than that. And we just want to associate ourselves with premium brands and bring products to market that have CBD and that don't have CBD but are in the health and wellness market. So getting back to what you were asking previously, we basically started out as a fledgling marijuana company, have turned into a CBD / hemp, retail and wholesale brand.
Yeah, with a growing industry, and that's great, right? You're aligning yourself for growth, and you're already seeing growth even during a virus, let alone when we come out of it. And one thing I kind of wanted to get your opinion on is a lot of doctors have been talking about the increase in, unfortunate like domestic violence, but also mental health issues caused by just people being locked indoors, for a month, and it's only really, some people are saying, well, we might only be halfway through, maybe not even halfway through. So, talking about a lot of the benefits of what CBD kind of as a relaxant could be going forward. What's your kind of opinion on that?
Well, I'm also a user of CBD and marijuana, so it does help with stress. I mean, just stepping out onto your patio can help out a lot. But I hear what you're saying loud and clear, that domestic violence will increase because a lot of people are going to be stuck at home, and tensions rise, and they might be used to having to go to work every day as a way to get away from their spouse. But yeah, alcohol can make you aggressive. I find marijuana makes you a lot more docile and a little bit more relaxed. So, again, I just see the market. There's more demand for marijuana now as there ever been, and it'll continue to increase. And as more products come out that have CBD and more studies are done that provide that CBD is a benefit to people, you're going to see a lot more demand increase in older people too, because the baby boomers haven't been exposed to this product really. This has been more of a Generation Y and younger type product.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that with people being stuck at home, they might say, hey, I'm going to try for the first time some CBD or some THC and see how that works.
Yeah, a lot of people are too busy looking at the negative. I think there's so many positives around CBD, and especially, you look at even people who use it. You got some star athletes that, use CBD or even use marijuana. You've got Gronk from, retired Patriots, but multiple Super Bowl champion, in theory, an MVP in some people's eyes, next to Brady. And you've got him starting his own kind of marijuana line. And a lot of these people, there's similar ones across, even basketball and hockey that have taken something similar. So I think it's becoming a lot more accepted, and I think you guys are positioned very well for what's going to be kind of marijuana 2.0, right? And what people are saying.
It's about sustainability right now. We were a small company compared to some of the companies that raise anywhere from 20 to 500 million to do a grow, and now they're struggling, and you're going to see a lot of these companies go under because they have such a high burn rate. But for us, we've got a low burn rate. We're basically boots on the ground, working from home, and there's only one way, and that's one way up for us. And so we're at our bottom here, and I don't see us going any lower. That's for sure.
Yeah. You'll only be growing from here. No pun intended.
Yeah.
But no, that's awesome. No, so I think this has been great. Is there anything you want to leave, investors or even potential investors with before we kind of end this week?
Just wishing everybody well, and make sure that you take this coronavirus seriously. Do your part by staying in. Wash your hands and be safe and be clean.
Awesome. Well, thanks everyone. If there's any questions that they have, they can of course join the Telegram, leave comments below and we'll squeeze it into future videos. But awesome.
Yeah, be on the lookout for the announcement when we sign the definitive with Beauty Kitchen. That's going to be a big news release. And we'll be able to talk about what it really means to shareholders of Primo once that definitive is announced.
Awesome. Well, sounds good. Thanks for joining us and we'll see you guys next week.
Thanks, Jason. Have a good one.